You need to fix your hair. We need to cancel this. It's all good in the hood. It's all good in the hood, of course. But let me hit the. Let's see. I think I'm good on this side. Yeah, I never sent it. What was I going to tell you? I was going to tell you something. Oh, yeah. If you look at the bottom, it says present. Do you have anything to present, by the way?
So what I was going to do is kind of have like ChatGPT up on the screen. Also, I want this to be super interactive. So if anyone has computers, like go on it and like do shit with me, because this is going to be tactical learning. That's the best way.
Good thing it's recorded.
Huh?
I said, good thing it's recorded.
Yes. But yeah, I see the present button.
Okay, cool. What's up, Shane? Shane's watching. So since we are live, it is 11 o'clock. Just hit that present button whenever you're ready. Then you can start presenting. I'm going to move. You're going to see me move like the screens like this and do some cool stuff later. So don't freak out. It's just me playing with stuff in the background.
Cool.
But if you don't mind, tell everyone before you get started who you are, what you do, how you do it, and all that good jazz.
Yeah, I am Allie, the agent, Allie Garced. I go by Allie the agent because no one knows how to pronounce my last name. And quick funny story about that. I've always pronounced it Garced. And my dad always answers my phone calls, but he didn't the other day. And I listened to his voicemail. He goes, Hector Garcid. And I was like, what? So I'm like, whatever you want to call it, or you can just do Allie the agent. I am a realtor. What's that?
Nope, go ahead.
I'm a realtor in Tucson, Arizona. Have been a realtor for a year and a half or almost 2 years. Before that, my past life, I was active duty Air Force. I separated as a major after 10 years. I was a federal agent / special agent for the Air Force Office of Special Investigations. Did a lot of interviewing, victims, subjects, witnesses, all that. Therefore, making it way easy to interview clients talking about houses instead of talking about felony level charges. So I love it. And yeah, I have expanded the team to like 24 agents now. That's not like me personally bringing them on, but like other agents also bringing on other agents and growing this amazing team. And that's not just here in Tucson, that's all over. And happy to be part of this team. So
how long did you say how long you've had your license?
July 2021.
Okay. All right. Okay. Dang, you're coming up on 2 years. Old.
I know. See his bags? No.
You feel like it grows you like every 6 years in one. It's like dog years, right? Like 7 years, you feel like you're aged in 1 year in real estate.
Dude, for real. Today I woke up and I was like, I gotta have some grays already in my hair. Luckily I don't, but I'm sure tomorrow.
Yeah, it's coming. There's nothing you can do about that. Maybe ChatGPT could help you turn that into some colorful hair as I don't know where I was going with that. But whenever you're ready, you could just go ahead and jump into GPT stuff.
Awesome.
Whenever you're ready to learn.
When I hit the present button, is it going to share my entire screen or just the window?
I'll work it. You just tell me.
Okay.
I did it well.
Because I have some notes. I'd rather just do the window. And I should probably, share screen. Okay. Tips. Okay. Got it. Don't show these tips. Oh, you know what? I should probably open up the window, huh? I'm sorry. Here we go. This was not related, but let's turn this into ChatGPT. Oh no, are you kidding? We're experiencing high demand. All right, we're going to work through this. So, can you guys only see the ChatGPT screen and nothing else?
I can see you. I'll take me off the screen.
Can you see the ChatGPT screen as well? The window? Oh, hello?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so excellent. Let's get started. All right, so ChatGPT, again, I want this interaction to be, interactive. So open up a screen also, and I'm going to show you what I've learned as far as like my research and my own personal use for ChatGPT to scale your business, get back so much time, and overall just make your life easier to avoid gray hairs in the future as a realtor. So, step one is logging in. This is free, by the way. Also, I curse a lot, so I'm going to try not to, but it's going to happen. So ChatGPT overall is under like OpenAI, and it has been around for a couple of years now, but the significance in it now, and the reason you've probably heard a lot more about it recently, is because in November of this past year, it was made public, like open to the average Joe, you and I. So, and it was made available for free. From my understanding, ChatGPT is the only feature in which we can use this for free, unlike other AI type, because there's so many, right? There are like hundreds. ChatGPT is the only free one, meaning they're probably getting like a lot of like market share right now. It's the fastest growing like anything anywhere at this moment. So at some point they're going to capitalize on it, I'm sure. But right now they're just gaining a lot of momentum. So there's a free version. There's also a plus version, which you can see at the bottom left here. But the first step is, if you feel comfortable signing up, it's free. And so once you sign up, you're going to see like this screen over here. We'll get into everything here that I have on the left. And I'm going to take you through a couple of prompts. And as I go along, I want you to like follow it with me, copy and paste, or just create your own and see what you get. Overall, with AI, specifically with this, your output, whatever ChatGPT is going to spit out, is only as good as your input. So if you input trash, you're going to get trash. You're not going to be able to utilize it the way you want to if you don't give it specific enough direction. Think of this as like an overall personal assistant, right? So without the person side of it, and you'll see. But you're giving it commands, and if you don't give it specific enough direction, it's going to go on its own tangent, and that's not going to be helpful to you. But if you give it specific enough direction, it will spit out exactly what you're looking for, where you can copy and paste and save a ton of minutes every day, hours every week, days every year. This is exciting shit. And again, like, here we go, my curse number one. This is going to help you out a ton. So if you have any questions, please like interrupt me as I go along. Otherwise, I'm just going to continue like bullet point to bullet point. And there's a lot that you can do with this. Overall, I'm going to break it down to like 5 different categories. And then within each category, I'll go into some sub bullets. So here we go. Let's begin. If you guys have already logged in, excellent. I've been doing enough babbling. And point number 1 is, or before I start, let me make sure that I went through all of my the stuff. Oh, creating, not replace, or not editing, not creating. With ChatGPT, you can give it commands, and the way that you're saving time is that instead of you having to create and like think of something to put from your brain to paper, or your brain to Microsoft Word, email, whatever, you're no longer having to think and create. Instead, you're now only having to edit. With that is the part that saves you the most time. So instead of you thinking, what should I write for XYZ? You tell it what to write, and now you just have to put your own flair on it, your own numbers, your own personality, everything. So your job switches from being a creator to an editor. So let me know if you have any questions on, anything. Okay. So over here on the bottom, oh, you probably were looking at StreamYard this whole time. Okay, so over here at the bottom, this is the overall chat. Once you log in, this is what you're going to see. You can, in case you're not here yet, you can just Google ChatGPT, get in that way. Chat.openai.com is the most direct way. That's where you log in or sign up, log in. And in the top left, you're going to see new chat. So that's where you can create a new chat. You can keep going on like old ones, or you can just create a new one. So the first category that I want to go over is an easy kill: property descriptions. You will never again have to create your own property description, because how boring is that? Oh my gosh, that would take me. I've only done it once. The rest of the time I've asked somebody else to do it for me. My TC, another agent. I hated creative property descriptions. So now what you can do is go on the MLS, copy and paste, like the report with all the information, bedroom, bathroom, square footage, all of that, appliances, all of that, copy and paste it into ChatGPT and say, with a command saying, create a listing description, a property description using the following, and then just quotes, Control V, and then see what it puts out. So for example, without me having to slow anything down and going to my MLS, I'm just going to do a property that I know well. So at the bottom here in the screen, let me know again if you can't see it, create a property description for 2311 North Ritchie Boulevard, Unit B, Tucson, Arizona, 85719. And if you know of anybody looking to rent a property, let me know. This property is available. So at this point, it usually goes a lot faster than this, and that's probably one of the features of upgrading to Plus, so you'll get a faster command. And I've done this before, so I could just like scroll down here too. But at this point, it's usually a lot faster. It will spit out the information that it takes from the interwebs, the World Wide Web. So it's going to add its own flair. You're going to see that I think this is like a little bit too vanilla. So you're going to have to add your own flavor if you want to stand out, or if you like the very super professional, suit and tie wording, use this. So what your job is now to do, like instead of you having to create a property description, now you just have to make sure that the shit's correct. Does it actually have meaning? You have to know what the seller has done to upgrade that property. So if the seller added a fence, if they added certain countertops, whatever they did, this probably will not find it. So you have to be the one that gives it the final editing. I'm going to let this one play as I go on to the next one, because I think that one you guys understand. So category number 2 overall is scripts. And I'm going to go into like what specifically we have here. So phone scripts, text message scripts, and email, which I'll touch again later on. But let me see. I think I already have this here. While this continues working, let me check here to see if there are any questions so far. But I'm sure, Ruben, if you see any questions, you'll be able to help me out with that.
No questions. We're just kind of sitting here like, man, this is cool, right? Because who hates doing the same thing? And if you have a certain personality, you're going to keep saying the same words like me, like awesome. Like how many posts do you see I write awesome in? It's just who I am. But this kind of brings in a different flavor from, like you said, the interwebs. And so if you do want to switch it up a little bit, this is a great way to do it. So we're just sitting here like, this is so cool. That's what we're doing. And yeah, I'm looking at the chat too.
Okay, cool. And after this is done, you can, if you don't like it, you know what, I'll stick with this for a second. I wish it were a little bit faster, but I guess everyone is maybe doing presentations on this right now. Because this is usually so much faster. It's like, it's way done by now. But after this is done, you can say, you know what, I don't really like the style or the flavor in like the wording. So you can literally write, quote, now make it funnier. Now add more humor. Or you can copy and paste a list of seller upgrades that you would normally give to the appraiser. I always get this so confused. The appraiser, and you can copy and paste that into the subsequent chat, because you can continue chatting with this chat bot. And you can say, now add the features that the seller has done to include XYZ. So you add that and it'll incorporate it into it. Another thing you can do is different like voices. So I'm sure like of very popular people. So you can say, now write this in a Gary V voice. It literally knows who Gary V is. Who knows how to spell his last name? So I'm pretty sure you have to look up how to spell his last name, which ChatGPT can do. And then you can say like, now write it in XYZ voice. So just to add like more flair to it. So I think this is still.
You said this, and maybe I heard this wrong. You said that it could read this for you in different voices?
So not out loud, but you can have it text it. So the ChatGPT is only text as of right now. You would need like another feature in order to have this like audibly read it out loud to you.
Yeah, because it'd be cool. Two things. One, I'm like, man, I could do better descriptions on the YouTube videos, which I'm sure that's something you played with. And
Yep.
number two, like, my name's Ruben Garcia. I don't know like a Spanish, but if I could do all my videos in Spanish, I could probably use this once they move to audio to open up a Spanish version channel, or German or whatever else, right? It's pretty cool.
That's exactly what I'm going to hit on too. Yeah. Hell yeah. You're on there, Ruben. You got it. So as this continues going, you can tell that it's not done because it says stop generating here at the bottom, which you could do at any point. You can say, okay, I got enough, and you can give it another query. So let's go to phone scripts. You get the point here. Or you know what? Here, let me say, now make it funnier. Overusage. It works, guys, I promise. Let me reload this. Let me go, did it save it? Well, you get the point. It would make it funnier, but it's still, in my opinion, computer funny, right? So like, that's where like the different voices come in. So if you wanted it in like whatever, and a Kevin Hart voice, it would pick up on that. So you get the point there. I won't belabor that because that's just like a small portion of this whole thing. So scripts. You can literally, and instead of me creating a new one, let me pull up something that I've already done because I play with this a lot. You can do phone scripts or text scripts, essentially your input. And if you're doing this also live right now, like put it in the chat or wherever, not the ChatGPT, but put it in like the YouTube chat or wherever you're watching this, Facebook, and input something that you liked. So just to like give other people ideas as well. So you can write, let's try it. Say you're on the phone with, or you're about to go on the phone with a FSBO, a seller, a buyer, and you don't know what to say. Say you have no speaking skills and you don't have the locker room nation available to help you, or you just don't even have, your brokerage hasn't given you any scripts or any scripts that you feel comfortable like saying, or you haven't practiced, whatever the case might be. You can say, provide a phone script as a realtor to help me sell my neighbor's house. Sure, here's a phone script that you can use as a realtor to help you sell your neighbor's house. 1, introduce yourself. Hi, this is Allie with eXp Realty. May I know who I'm speaking with? So you get the point where I made this a little bit too vague, and you can put, hey, I want to sell this home. I'm calling this FSBO. I'm calling this, landlord. I'm calling whoever. And you can say, you can input the address, and you can say, like, talk them out of selling their own home. And it'll give you a generic, again, like vanilla at this time, vanilla list of reasons why people shouldn't sell their own home without the help of a realtor. So it'll help you. I mean, there are other scripts out there. Again, this pulls from like the open source, World Wide Web. So it's not going, the limitations, which I'll get to at the very end as well, it's not going to have very specific stats as far as, the market in Charlotte, North Carolina right now. So, but it's going to give you a generic list of reasons in case you have never made the phone call before as to why someone shouldn't sell their own home and why they should use you why they should use a realtor. So it talks.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Could you also ask it strategy? So say if you have an X amount of capital available and you kind of give it all the information, would it give you strategy on what would be the best practice to hit the goal that you may have inputted? Or is that too much?
Let's do an example. Yeah, hit me up with an example.
Oh, I don't know. Let's say, oh man, that's a good, I'd have to sit down and think about it. Let's say, how to best deploy, or however you would say it, $100,000 to buy as much real estate as possible. Maybe something like that. Because I know that's pretty much our audience.
Yeah. Wait, okay, repeat that. So is this is going to be a phone script of a realtor calling a seller?
No, this isn't a script at all. Will it give me strategy, almost like a business plan on what to do with $100,000 of capital to buy as many properties or not whatever it tells me, how can I deploy $100,000 in real estate to net $10,000 a month? Would it give me a strategy on how to make that happen and which markets to look in and like the whole business plan? Would it do something like that? Or am I thinking too far?
I've never tried that specific one. Let's test it out. How can I use $100,000 to earn $10,000 a month in real estate? It is possible to use $100K to earn $10K a month, but it would require careful planning, research, and a willingness to take risks. One, blah, blah, blah. Here's some strategies. One, invest in rental properties. Use $100K as down payment on one or more rental properties with positive cash flow. Look for properties in high demand areas with low vacancy rates. Aim to achieve a yield of at least 10%. Number two, flip properties. Use that $100K as capital to purchase and renovate distressed properties that can be sold for profit. Blah, blah, blah. Number three, invest in a REIT. Enough said. Number four, invest in real estate crowdfunding platforms. Remember, a real estate investment carry risks, etc., etc. Consult with a professional. So this also turns into, which goes into like my research category also. This is what you could have used this to plug into Google or Alexa if you have her. I don't want to wake her up. But in both of those situations and other search engines, they would only generate back links for you to click on each one, do your own research. This will do the research for you. So that is what helps you in this case. Does that answer the question?
Yeah, you just missed me like geeking out for a second. It didn't catch on video, but yeah, that's so cool. I was saying, who has annoying investor clients? Not all investor clients are annoying for whoever's watching, but there are the few. And this would be interesting to get maybe a few questions from, and maybe you can ask ChatGPT is like, what are the best questions to ask a new investor, real estate, and then use those same questions to then find out the capital, their goal, plug it into here, copy paste, send straight to them. And then it'd be a cool way to do that. So yeah, I had a little nerd out moment. I thought I like it.
I added this right here. As a realtor, what are the best questions to ask a new investor buyer? Let's see what it comes up with. And so this obviously can be used as a phone script if you're doing over the phone, Zoom, text message as well. And emails, again, I'll get into a little bit later, and you can tailor it. So not just for, sellers and buyers, investor clients, etc., FSBOs, the whole thing. So that's category 2, which was scripts. Category 3, which we've already touched on a little bit, is research / like search engine. So you can do regular research now. Again, treat this as your own personal assistant to the point where you can, the limitation on this in this portion under research is because this version of ChatGPT that was released to the public in November of last year, it's still running on like 2020 information. So you cannot, as of this moment, put into the chat and ask what the market statistics are for Minot, North Dakota, or South Dakota, wherever the Dakotas are. You can't ask for any information regarding the market past mid 2020, but you can before that. Not that that's really going to help you too much unless you're making an old video. So, but in the future, I do see where this will be caught up and live, and maybe instead of you going to the MLS and doing your own research that way, you can literally ask ChatGPT, hey, how many homes were sold in Tucson, Arizona in this zip code last month? And it will spit it out. So that is what I'm predicting will be to come. So also another thing you can do is summaries of books. I am an avid reader to the point where I have to limit myself on how many books I read, because otherwise I just will not take action. And I'm all about action now because the results are a lot better with doing as opposed to reading. So if you want, this is still working. I feel like I've never had this issue on ChatGPT, but usually I'm doing this at like 8 p.m., 9 p.m.
Leave it to me to break it. I'll break it. I will ask enough questions. But so here's like the the thing that maybe more of and I'm trying to say it in a nice way, more of a scarcity mindset would think is, man, this is really going to replace a real estate agent in terms of the CMAs, the marketing analysis, the strategy to sell a home, what would you tell that person who's more nervous about this technology than excited about it?
Yeah, super, super good point. I was going to close with this, and I'll just say it now. Uh, People are going to see this. People are eventually going to use this, even if they're scared of it right now or don't believe in it right now. But it will get to the point where it is spitting out active, faster information that's more relevant. So, how to, when you get that objection of why should I even use you as a realtor when I have this, when I can ask it, how do I sell a house on my own without a realtor? Because they're doing the same thing, right? It's just like flipped. You're asking it, how can I convince this person to sell with me as a realtor? They're saying, how can I convince this realtor to stop calling me because I can sell the house on my own? They are going to get pretty much something similar to this. What it will never replace the human factor because, again, trash in, trash out. So depending on what inputs they use, they're going to get the equivalent output. And again, it doesn't have that human relation to it. So they might be able to, just like as they're doing now, put their own property on the market, but they might not actually be using the latest statistics because this is going to pull from, who knows how it's going to link to the actual MLS. Even say it is like par for par, it has all the correct information in your city with your MLS. Now you are no longer like the safe holder of the MLS information. They don't have to go through you anymore to get that information. You're still going to have to, what I would say to this is you are still the person behind it. And without your personal, like, what do you call it? Like just human factor to it, that plays a lot in the real estate world because on the buyer side, let me go back to my notes here. I'm going to make sure that I cover everything here. The way that you're saving time on whether working with a buyer or working with a seller, yes, it is going to be pretty obvious that sellers and buyers are going to think, why should I be paying you 3%, 4%, 5%, something crazy. And hold on. You're not working any less because the time that you save with doing this, you are able to better market their property. And who, as a seller, especially, who wouldn't want that? So, because chances are they're not good at marketing, or, they've never have had experience with marketing anything. They don't know the channels to go through to market because, yes, you put it on the MLS, which is going to have a lot of access. They're not going to have access to post it on the MLS unless they use like a 1%, flat fee realtor. The Facebook groups to market it to, how to send physical mailers. You're going to be the one doing the door knocking. ChatGPT is not. So there are so many different factors. Even if they know how to, tactically, I guess, post or like sell their house on their own, they won't be able to market it with the experience that a human, the trained professional realtor, will be able to give. Let me know if
Totally. Yeah, I totally agree. And I know that, one thing, salespeople always survive, right? Like look at the across the amount of time humans have been on earth, right? Like salespeople always survive and make it work. But you could always, put in, if seller is looking at ChatGPT to get rid of agent, how do I combat that? So like it could be this small little war, but I do like the fact that it would allow you more time to market the property, door knock, get out there, do physical things. Who has the best relationships in the community? Is it us or is it ChatGPT, right? So yeah, no, I totally agree. You can go on with anything else if you want. I just wanted to ask that question, and I'm sure I'll have more. Do you guys have any other questions? You want to have any questions? We're all in awe. Keep
Awesome.
it rolling.
Yeah, and adding to that, I would not use this as like when you're, because at the very end, I'm going to challenge you guys to make a video on how you can use ChatGPT as a realtor. But I'll say that again at the end. So when you're making that video or when you're talking to clients about utilizing ChatGPT, make sure that you're a professional about it and don't say that, oh my gosh, I'm going to save so many hours, that I would have normally have had to do in order to sell your home or help you purchase a home. Instead, always translate that about how it's going to benefit them, the client. So the seller side, all the hours that I'm going to be saving, which might be like 3, you might be really good at property descriptions. You might be really good at whatever it is. So it might not be as many hours, but make sure that if they bring it up to you, you respond saying, yeah, all the hours I'm going to be using, I'm now going to be saving that to be able to advertise your property more. So just make sure that you don't say, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm going to save so many hours. They're going to be like, then why the hell am I paying you so much? So, okay. The last part of research and like search engine category is summaries of books. Did I capture that already? I think I did. I read a lot. So you can literally write TLDR, like what is the summary of the 4-hour work week, the 4-hour body, whatever. Sold by David Green. I haven't tried Sold by David Green yet. Again, 2020 information, but eventually when like all the books are out there and it is real time, you'll be able to get a quick summary in however many bullet points you want, however lengthy you want, however long you want. And you can say, hey, in 5 bullet points, summarize the book Sold by David Green, and it will. And you will get the entire highlights. Again, generic. You can only get so much information with 5 bullet points, but you get the point. You can say, okay, now make it longer. Now make it 20 points. And it will just continue, going through that. Now put in a Gary Vee voice, so you'll add some humor into the book. Who knows? So stuff like that. Then content. Content is the biggest category. This has like the most bullet points under this umbrella. So number 1 is blogs. Let me know right in the chat if you are already doing blogs. I know I personally am not, and I know that I'm missing out because of that. However, caveat with blogs, you're going to have to significantly tweak it into your own personal words, your own verbiage, because you'll get a good outline for it, but it will not rank like with, as far as SEO, because they catch it. They'll be able to know, they can already tell what is being written with ChatGPT verbiage, again, robotic and very proper, no personality, and versus your own words, etc. So just so you know, but you can say, hey, write a 5,000 character or 5,000 word blog on the top 5 school districts in Tucson, Arizona, the top 5 private schools in wherever, the top 10 restaurants to eat in, and etc. And it will create an entire blog for you. You copy and paste after you tweak it into wherever you post your blogs, and bam, now you have saved hours of work. With that blog, after you significantly tweak it, you can use that circling back to emails as your email campaign. Send it out to everyone that you have in your buyers list that is looking to move to your city. And, it will help you tap into your sphere that maybe you're not already touching because you want to provide something of value and you don't want to just hit them up and say, hey, how can I help you? That's not going to work. No one wants to think about how you can help them. Just tell them, just already help them. Don't ask them, hey, is there anything I can do to help you? No. Hey, when you move here are the top 3 hidden gems for things to do, for escape rooms in Tucson, whatever the frick it is. It's going to help a ton. So that's blogs with the caveat of you need to significantly tweak it. However, YouTube scripts. This is so crazy. You could say, write a 15-minute YouTube video. Let me stop generating this and start with a new one. You know what? Here. I know that I've done this in the past. I've done so many, though. I don't know where anything is. Oh, here's more on the scripts part here. I wrote, write a viral TikTok script that will teach other real estate agents something of value. Again, very open-ended, probably too open-ended for an assistant, but it literally will tell you, this is under the video content, it will tell you how to make a video. So 1, start with an attention grabbing introduction. Excellent. I would not call this attention grabbing. Hey guys, it's Ali Garced, your friendly neighborhood realtor, blah, blah, blah. At that point, they've scrolled on. They don't give a shit who I am. They want value. So don't start with, hey, I just wanted to say, no. Next, just give the highlight up front, like the punchline up front, and then follow. Anyway, that's my own theory. But the point of value is I've been getting a lot of questions from fellow realtors on TikTok about how to increase their sales. Again, all this stuff, use this at the end. Here, move on to the tip. This is where I would say you start with. Move to the tip, the punchline. One thing I found to be really effective is to focus on creating an emotional connection with your clients. Again, when I gave it the prompt of give agents something of value, that was way too generic. This is boring, in my opinion. Again, trash in, trash out. So as agents, we often get caught up in the technical aspects of buying and selling properties, but it's important to remember that we're dealing with people's homes and their lives. No shit, so you can regenerate response, and you can right now add something more specific, add an HVAC tip, add a tip to homeowners as to how to, save on their electric bill, whatever it is, give your assistant more direction, and it will generate a better response. So it will create scripts, and you can use those scripts obviously for YouTube, and you can give it the length. Hey, write a 20-minute long YouTube script. For Instagram, write a 2-minute long, script, and you can turn that. Then you can say, you know what? Turn this into a tweet, and it will shorten it significantly to give you a tweet. Rewrite the tweet caption to make it more attention grabbing, and it will reword it, and just continue rewording it until you like it, and then boom, copy and paste. Your job is done. I feel like maybe I'm explaining it with as if there's a lot of steps, but usually the shit goes a lot faster, and it will save you time. I promise. So you have scripts for YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Turn this into a LinkedIn post, and it will. And then when you say turn this into a Instagram caption, it will literally include emojis. So it's crazy. And then you can write again, add more humor, make this funnier. Stop being so boring. I'm trashing on it, but it's good. If this is your way of speaking, use it. It's amazing. So I'm sorry if this is offending you. I say that as I laugh. So video overall idea. Let me show you guys a video one that I created. Oh, I tried doing shortest route because I know when I was driving around for showing buyers homes, I was like, hey, I want to give you all the addresses where my buyer wants to go. Make this in the most time-saving way. It's still not there yet. So I gave it 3 addresses that I know the area, I know the way, which it would save time, and it's not there yet. It just gave me turn-by-turn directions. So in case you use old school maps, you can use this, but I doubt you're doing that. So here, I was on a call yesterday with an agent who wanted help with how do you use a green screen on Instagram, on TikTok? And I get it. Technology is there. So you need to catch up in order to stay in the game and compete with these 18-year-old realtors. I get it. So instead of asking Google, instead of asking Alexa, you can ask this and it will tell you step by step. So instead of you having to watch a YouTube video, you get this in 2 seconds. So here, how do I do a green screen on TikTok? Bam, it gives you 8 steps on exactly what to do in case you didn't know how to do those green screen backgrounds with you pointing to it, but hey, market news or whatever it is. So that's going to help a lot. And you can do the same thing for YouTube, all the things. And like what Ruben mentioned earlier, whenever you're doing a script or anything really like a phone script or whatever you're going to say to a client, you can literally, where did I had it here? You can say, now translate this into Korean. And it gives you Korean. Translate this into Chinese. If you want to tap into different markets, granted, I hope that you have some more background instead of just sending a mailer off that says this or, or whatever you wanted to say, and then hoping that you get a client that way. That's going to be, to me, I would think, a very difficult transaction. Not I think, I know. I've had a transaction where I couldn't speak with them and it was very difficult. But you can tap into different markets. So say you are whatever, a different language, but maybe you can't speak it or you can't write it, but you understand and you can speak it. What? This is going to be a game changer. Like, go to your title company, ask for a list, and you can now market this demographic. Amazing. What else do we have here? Ooh, email responder. You get an email.
I got a quick question. Yeah. So you see the thumbs up, thumbs down. If you hit thumbs up, would that help the algorithm get better at that specific question, or is that just for you? And this, yeah.
Actually, I don't know specifically, but I do know that I should have started off with this. ChatGPT in general is not 100% correct. So yeah, it's only taking information again from what's already out there. Like, I know it has passed, like a CPA exam and like law exams. So overall it's right, but it's not 100%. So definitely check this. I don't know if this thumbs up is only for you or if it goes back to ChatGPT overall to see if it's correct, because I can say yes. And what if it's wrong?
I feel like ChatGPT may know the answer to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not that you gotta ask that. You can keep going. I was just curious if.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any questions? Did any of y'all have any questions who are watching? Please ask. All right, roll whenever you're ready.
Awesome. Responding to emails. Sometimes I get emails and I'm just like, you know what? I just want to say no, but I don't want to just say no. As much as I want to just say no and hit respond, you have to think about a politically correct way and like not make them feel bad for asking or all that stuff. So copy and paste that email you received, and in ChatGPT, right, give it the command of politely say no, but thank them for thinking of me. And then you paste the email and they will formulate an email response that you can say back to them saying, no, but thank you for thinking of me. Of course, you could say that too. But if you wanted like a different spin on it, this will give out other ideas. Similar to writing cards. I am the worst at writing cards. I will buy a card and as soon as I have like the pen to paper, I blank. And it's a happy birthday card. I'm like, all right, happy birthday. Then what the hell else do I say? I'm so grateful for our friendship. Like it's so hard for me. I don't know if anyone else struggles with this too. So here, one of my friends, it was her birthday last week. And I hope that she's not watching this. I'm pretty sure she's working. So I literally wrote, write a funny, short, 20-word happy birthday card to our friend turning 37. She's a lesbian. And it goes, and then I realized 20 words was like actually kind of too short for what I wanted. Happy 37th birthday to my favorite lesbian. Let's celebrate with cake and plenty of rainbow sprinkles. I was like, all right, cool. We're on to something. It's better than what I could think of. So I wrote, now make it 55 words. And it made it longer. Let's have a rainbow-tastic celebration with laughter, love, and all the cake you can eat. I substituted a few of them because she's not a cake eater. And I was like, perfect. This is great. Or at least great for me. So Father's Day cards, whatever card you want to use it for, that's kind of like not realtor related. But when it is realtor related, you can say, and I have this here, you can turn this into a happy home anniversary card. And let me see. Carpet cleaning. What's this? Oh, here. Example. Okay. Congratulate my buyer clients on 1 year in their new home. Again, tapping in. This helps you tap into your past clients in case you've forgotten about them. hoping that they're doing well and that they're loving the home and happy that I helped them beat out 5 other offers, reminding them of like how valuable you were to them and that they purchased with $18,000 in equity. Perfect. Dear client name, I want to take a moment to congratulate you on the 1-year anniversary of your new home. I hope this message finds you well, blah, blah, blah. Great pleasantries. I'm particularly thrilled that I was able to help you beat out 5 other offers to secure your dream home. Your persistence and dedication has paid off, and I'm glad to have played a small part in that process. Like, I would not be able to think of that. This is perfect. Well, I wouldn't say perfect. It has a lot of I words, and I want to be like more about them. So you can just, like retweak it. So you can say, additionally, it's great to hear that you've built up $18,000 in equity since purchasing your home. So this is where you become the editor, right? Because they purchased the home with $18,000 with equity in equity. Since then, probably it's gone up, or who knows, you could do another CMA, perfect time for a CMA. And so you would probably have to tweak that. It's always wonderful to see my clients' investments grow and thrive. Again, congratulations on the milestone, blah, blah, blah. Like, what? So you can go back to your own notes. Hopefully you have it in your CRM and copy and paste, like take like a couple of bullet points, 3, 4, 5, about what happened during that transaction. Remind them of like how much they trusted you during that time, like re-spark that emotional connection with them. And again, make this card a little bit more about them. Like, hope it's not like, oh, like, don't you remember when I helped you buy this amazing home? Like, yes, but also it's about them. So retweak it, but this is an amazing start. Any questions about that?
Yeah, we got a question. It says, this may be a dumb question, but this is recorded to share with the team. Yes.
Yeah.
That was easy. I got that one for you. The answer is yes. It don't matter what team you're a part of, because I can't see who it is. Share, man. It's all about it. It's all about coming from contribution on this one. So cool. You guys.
Hell yeah.
Okay. All right. We got about a little less than 15 minutes.
Cool. Yeah, I only need 10, I think, maybe even less. So
I will say, for the high D people in this world where, emotion doesn't come naturally, this is going to be so good. Not only for like clients, potential clients, future clients, but for their team as well, to spread that love a little bit. And they're not sure how to do it by anything else but saying, you did a good job, but just filling it in. I like how you had that birthday card where you were like, all right, cool, but I want it longer. I want it to feel a little bit more lovable. And you said 55 words or whatever it was, and it being a little bit better, a little bit bigger, a little bit more of a conversation. So it's cool for the high D people in the room. They're going to love this. And maybe vice versa for the people who are too talkative, maybe too lovey-dovey. How do they scale it down to somebody who just wants the answers right away and saves that other person time? So it can work on both sides, depending on whatever your personality is.
Yeah, definitely. And let's see. Oh, going back to emails, it'll also help you. Oh, we got a question. Can this be used to rephrase emotionally charged responses for another agent? Is that what we just covered? Let me know.
I'll handle this one. Yes. Okay.
Okay, sweet. So going back to emails, a little bit more specific stuff, you can also take an entire email that you or ChatGPT has written and say, now turn this into, give it the prompt of turn this into a email subject line that will capture a home buyer's attention. And it'll turn it into a subject line for you. What? This is amazing. And again, if you want to translate that to a different language, do so. This can also help with advertisements. So same concept of you already have a script and you can say, now reword this into a Facebook advertisement and try that. See what it looks like and see if you like it. Put your own tweak on it, put your own spin, and then blast it. So those are the overall categories. And so there are cons, which I have already mentioned throughout. It's not up to date as of yet. And overall, it's pretty generic. So you, again, are the market up, like you're the most up to date in the market. They still need you. as of now, the human's perspective, like of the market, because you still have access to the MLS. They don't. So that's a pro for you. It will save you hours, no matter how long you were taking originally to write, property descriptions and all of that. And the biggest pro is your excuse. I'm going to really look at the camera at this one. Your excuse to avoid making videos is gone. It is gone. There is no reason as to why you shouldn't be making videos anymore. So make videos. Oh, I see my face is bigger now. Let me say it again. Your excuse in avoiding making videos is gone. Make a video today. And I'm going to leave you with this challenge. Make a video today as to just one tip, no matter how small, you got a value from this. You don't have to like name me or anything. Literally, what you're going to do to utilize ChatGPT, or what you learned from this in how ChatGPT can help realtors. Tag me in it, tag Ruben in it, and I will share it. I am happy to do so. Not that I have like a huge ass following, but I have a small amount. So I'm happy to share your stuff. I hope that this did help, and I'm here for it. Let me know if you have any questions. And that's it. Enjoy ChatGPT.
Yo, great job. I love it. I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming on here and giving us this, because the few times I've tried jumping on, it's honestly been stopping me. It was just too much volume on there at the time. So it looks like it's kind of gotten a little bit better and allowing you to actually ask questions. So I'm excited to play with it. I'm really excited. I guess two things. One, have you talked to anybody who has the plus version? And if so, what does that look like? Is it better, faster? Do you know anything about that?
I don't know anyone that does have the plus. From my research, it's faster. So if you're going to be using this during normal work hours, I would say, it's $20 a month. I think I haven't signed on yet, so I don't want to say like I think it's worth it, because that makes me a hypocrite. But eventually I will. I think also they're going to just start charging everyone. They're getting the most momentum right now to get to make ChatGPT stand out as compared to anything else. So eventually they will. We're going to have to pay for it at some point.
Yeah, exactly. It's that gateway drug, right? Like it gets you hooked, and then they take it away, and you're like, no, I need it. Where am I going to get the money?
I learned from the DARE program.
Yeah, exactly. Well, does anybody watching have any questions? We have a few more minutes left. Please ask any questions that you were thinking about, because I'm sure someone else is thinking about it too. And then, do you all have any questions? Because again, I'm sure somebody else may be thinking about it as well. And if not, what is something you took out of today? What is like an aha, like something you didn't even know? Everything. Anything specific, or do we need to ask ChatGPT?
That's I think this is going to be like KV Core's best friend.
Did you hear that?
No.
He thinks it's going to be KV Core's new best friend.
I love that. Yeah. Hey, write me a response for this. Seller just texted back saying this, copy and paste. Put the whole script into the notes section of whatever person and use that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and depending again on the emotional response of that person, how do you know them? It's going to scale it down or scale it more lovey-dovey, So yeah. I love that, because we got these 5 plays that we run, and if it's the same across the board, you must be missing something somewhere with someone. This is a good way to get in front. It's actually what I wrote down. Is that's going to help our conversations with our people as well.
Yeah.
What other ahas some of you got out of today that you didn't know before? I'm going to do this to you every time.
It might sound overwhelming. And I'm sure, like when I first started looking into this, I was like, oh my God, this is too much. But you have to jump on now, beat other realtors, stand out, use this as a way to help them. Now you can say, I'm going to have more time than other realtors to advertise your property. You can say that because you've saved hours doing this. So that also put that in your listing presentation. But jump on, just play around with it. Super small, Just start out super small, and then you'll work your way up to where you're using this every day. Because jump on out while no one else is doing this.
Right. One aha, and then I'll close it out because I'll keep fishing for it. One aha. And for anybody who's watching, what did you guys get out of it? Man, it's free for y'all, so give me something. Give me something. What do you guys think? What about you? One thing.
It just blows my mind that this is free. And it's just there. And, you know, not that many people would know about it. It's just it's so easy to use. And just like I put in one for the botanical B&B for a description. And it came up with something cool, but it was all like lush greenery and like real plants and stuff. And I was like, use less verbiage about real plants. And then it just
So most of the people in here aren't paying attention because they're already playing with it. You know, what's interesting is we have a property that's struggling right now, and the conversation, the numbers are saying move it over to long-term rental. It's a short-term / mid-term rental right now, and so we're trying to figure out new ways. And my wife's actually sitting right here. And she was like, she put in, you know, a better description for our botanical B&B, and it spit out something, and she's like adjusting it, and she can't believe her aha was that she can't believe it's free.
Yeah.
That it's free right now.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So use it now while it's free.
Yeah, exactly. Well, cool. If you don't mind, tell everyone where they can find you, who you are. Well, you said who you are, but where they can find you, how they can get in touch with you, and all that good stuff.
Yeah. You can find me on YouTube, Allie the Agent on everything. Best way to get in contact with me is Instagram, Allie the Agent. Allie, A-L-I.
Well, thank you so much. And we got one of our agents that are watching from Charlotte, I believe. I know they'll be in favor shortly, but Charlotte, and it's saying, I'm building out a quarterly newsletter. This is going to help so much. So I appreciate it. You've given a lot of us a lot of value, stuff that we're going to take back that's going to increase our relationships and a byproduct, increase our business. So thank you so much, and thanks for showing up.
Of course.
All right, we're out. Bye.
Bye, guys. Love ya.